Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here for the Red Sox Racing Series. It is the return of one of the most oldest leagues in all of our racing, and I want to go ahead and announce while we're sitting here at the pre-race desk before we get started. As you guys can tell, there is a little bit of a different overlay because we are having trouble with our normal overlays. Something's going on with the program. A lot of broadcasters are having trouble with it, and I didn't know until a few minutes ago. And they haven't put out a fix for it yet, so bear with me through this. We'll get through it, and we'll see how it works. I do want to mention tonight, race is sponsored by NotYourAverageGrain.com. If you have not checked out NotYourAverageGrain.com, do so. Please do so. They are a big supporter of this series, and he's honestly one of the nicest guys. I've actually got to talk to the one of the main guys over there, and he's honestly one of the nicest guys that I've got to come to kind of talk to him here a couple times, and stuff like that. And I want to tell you something special about Not Your Average Grain. They have teamed up with Red Sox Racing Series. They have been for the last few seasons. They're giving something away from what I've been told. They're going to be giving away to a random drawing each and every week. Not only I myself knows the number 2, and then Terry Dahl, who knows the number 2. And we're going to have that announcement here in just a few moments after qualifying is done. We're going to have the announcement, and we'll let you guys know who is the winner of tonight's random drawing. Once again, that is sponsored by NotYourAverageGrain.com. They are honestly one of the biggest supporters of the series, and does great work. Military owned. The guy's honestly a great guy. Check him out, NotYourAverageGrain.com. So, we come into Red Sox Racing Series, and once again, we're using our not-so-good overlays. These are just some that I just happen to find. Thank you, Sim Racing Apps. They do provide with us what we need to tonight. Even though it's not our normal ones, we do appreciate it very much. For everything that they've done. And you can already hear, we got different sound in the background. We got different cars on the racetrack. We got the Corvette making its debut here tonight in the Red Sox Racing Series, and it's going to be a fun one. This is the 2020 Fall GTE Series 5, and I'll go ahead and let you guys know the next 6 weeks. We got Montreal tonight, and you can see it where we're at. We got Road America. We got Watkins Glen on October the 1st. October 8th, we got Monza without the first chicane. And then the October 15th, happy birthday, Mama, by the way, because October 15th is her birthday. We will be at Spa, which is going to be very awesome. And I want to mention that Daytona. That is the Daytona NASCAR road, so that will have the chicane in it. And that's going to make some things very interesting for us here in the broadcast booth to be able to call that. Very much looking forward to it, and we'll see how it all plays out. Like I mentioned, our overlays are not working correctly, so please bear with me while we try to get through this. It is what it is. We just kind of got to deal with it. There's not much I can really do about it, sadly, with the amount of time that we have. So we're just going to deal with it tonight. So we're going to go ahead and hop into qualifying, and you guys can see some of the qualifying. Right now, David Shutt is on top of the board in that 10 car, and you guys can see him right there on your screen, that orange and black number car. Usually we have his name pop up. Sadly, with these overlays, we're not going to be able to show a lot of stuff. I'm just going to be honest, and actually he gets into the wall here from in Montreal. So we'll hop over to another car. And this is the number 6, Ross Booth. We know how good Ross is every single season. Right now, currently 3rd. David Shutt, Dave Hill, Ross Booth currently on top of the board with Mark Wilson right there as well. And got about 48 seconds. Joe Burchett is in here tonight but having some trouble in qualifying. Not qualifying that great right now. From what I'm seeing, I seen him a moment ago. Not sure where he's at now. But we'll see how he does here as well. He's always a fun guy to watch race. So we'll see. Anyway, look right now. I'm not seeing everybody out on the track out there. I'm trying to find some guys here. But am I missing somebody out on the track? Anyway, getting ready to go green here in just a few moments, and I want to mention number 14 will be your random draw tonight, and it looks like Terry Dahl will be your winner. How about that? Terry picking up a race-winning mug, if I'm not mistaken, a tumbler here tonight from Not Your Average Green, which is very awesome. Good to see that happen. Terry definitely deserves it. It is time for us to hop over to our big screen, guys. Once again, bear with me tonight with this overlay. We're trying our best, and I'm not used to this one at all, so I know it's not the best by any means, but we'll see how it plays out. Still watching Ross Boots right now, however, as you see him work out of the corner. Ross out there driving that Porsche here tonight. Good to see Ross in a different car this season. Haven't seen that as the checkered flag waves here on qualifying. This race is 30 minutes, just like always, so it is basically a sprint race for these guys. Right now, Terry Dahl is still your winner of the tumbler, unless there's somebody else that jumps up. The number 22 is also out on the track. That might be the 222. I apologize. Anyway. Currently, this right here is Matthew Gosh, I believe is how you say his name. See him right now, 22nd position. We'll see. Oh, he gets over the rumble strips pretty good. See what kind of lap time he puts down. Can he move up? Currently 22nd. And no, I don't think he did improve. Yes, he did. Went to 16th on the board. Do we got anybody else? I don't think this guy is on a lap. I could be wrong. This is Riley Wans, which I don't know very much of. Like I said, some of these guys are new, but it's good to see this many guys in the series. I love seeing it. The more the better. It makes a better broadcast for us. And better racing for them as well. And God, I apologize. I just now noticed that. Like I said, I'm super far behind. So, sorry. The whole overlay thing kind of threw me off. And I want to shout out Terry for doing that. So, and Patrick. Patrick helped me out on it. All right, we'll see how it works out here tonight. Sorry, guys, having some issues on my end. So, once again, we'll get it all figured out. This is a whole new thing for me, so. So, Terry has forfeited his winnings tonight because of he don't think he should win it, even though I personally think he should. But it will be Christopher Jimenez that actually picks up the tumbler here tonight, sponsored by Not Your Average Green. As we get set to roll, David Shutt, Dave Hill, going to be on the front row here in this one. You can see right here down on the course as we try to get a little bit closer view up of some of these paints. Oh, we're still waiting on a couple more guys to grid up before that. Oh, I really don't like this overlay. Sorry, once again, guys. Oh, there's the new Corvette if you guys have not seen it. How about that? A great looking Corvette GTE. Very much look for that. 26 drivers from what I'm seeing. I know that's probably not right. I think there's actually more than that. I think it's just how far this overlay actually goes. So we'll see how that works out for these guys. But I'm still waiting on a couple more cars to grid up. As you look down here at the grid once again, this is Dave Hill in that 13. And there is the 10 right there lining up beside him. As we get set to roll, look at that great field. 26 drivers, it looks like, making the start here tonight. Including one that you guys may know, Patrick back in the 93. He is the owner of the American Sim Racing Series. We broadcast him on Sunday nights. He wanted to throw his hat into the ring in some road racing, and here he is. Going to be debuting. We'll see how he does this season. Hopefully he enjoys it. It's a great group of guys. Like I said, one of the best series that I think anybody can really get involved with if they want to road race. Just my opinion. Maybe a little bit biased towards that, but hey, it is what it is. So we're starting to roll out here, and you're going to hear some different sounds, by the way, here around the racetrack. iRacing has added ambient sounds and pit sounds. So once these guys hit pit road, you may hear like a loud beeping noise. And that's going to make things interesting when we hear that. And there goes the pace car. Pace truck. Green flag is out of the air. The 2020 Fall GTE Series Red Sox Racing League is underway here from Montreal. Green flag is out. Side by side, a little bit of contact already up front. Oh, more contact between Dave Hill and Dave Shutt. They want that position. That number one position going to be very important if you're able to get clear of each other. And it does look like that 10 car was able to get it. Dave Shutt holds on as you look high above the racetrack down onto Montreal. You see that Ford GT right there behind it, a GT4 right there behind Dave Shutt, who's in that BMW here tonight. Couple cars already might have had issues to 23. Not sure what happened there with Joe Burchett. Is that Joe? I believe it is. No, that was not 23. I'm sorry. Not sure. I thought I seen Joe have some trouble. Anyway. This is not noticed. I think we're not seeing all of our cars. If I'm not mistaken. Anyway, back down to the racetrack. Let's see if we can hop back up front. Once again, sorry guys, we're having some trouble with the cameras, of course, because we do not know how these cameras work. So just bear with me on that. See the cars working off. That is one lap. How about a battle out front for the lead? David Shutt, now this is Ross Booth. I apologize, side by side. That Sim Racing Authority still able to hold it, but here comes Ross Booth in that number 6 car trying to take that spot away. That is the Porsche. And then right behind him, you got Dave Hill, Ryan Robertson. Good to see him out there. Right now, no Chevrolets. The new Chevrolet, none of them right now showing inside the top 5. As you see Dave Shutt trying to hold on to that spot. Ross Booth's getting a little bit of that curve. Good 4 car battle here for the top spot right now. It's the most exciting battle we actually have right now on the track as they come down this long straightaway. A little bit of draft is going to play a factor here. Ross Booth trying to get a toe, looking to the outside. Not going to be able to get that position for the next turn. Kind of like a little S's that we go down this little long straightaway here into a hard braking zone. Here comes Ross Booth. Looking to the outside, not going to have the preferred line going in. Ryan Robertson trying to take third away from Dave Hill. Looks like for now, not going to be able to get it. Everybody holds their spot. 5th place right now. We got Mark Wilson, Cameron Bidwell. You guys may know that name. Cameron Bidwell, a great GT4 series driver. We've seen him race a few times. How about Dave Shutt still able to hold on right now? Ross Booth still chasing him down as they work through the corners here. Crossing that line. 26 minutes to go still remaining in this race. So it is still a long way before anything. Before we crown the champion, that is, of tonight's event. Everybody wants to have a good opening night. Right now, these 4 drivers, I'm very impressed right now with Ryan Robertson, who's back into 4th position. You can see him right here on your screen. Running that Ferrari, number 210 car. Hopping on board with that number 210. Going into the hard S hand turns. I like to call them the S's. Not sure exactly what they're called, but I like to call them the S's. Ross Booth still putting some pressure on. Have you noticed that the headlights have already came on these cars? I don't think more contact up front with the lead. Dave Shutt, Ross Booth making heavy contact. Not sure if there's going to be damage. It's going to be close. Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of damage, I believe, on Ross Booth and Dave Shutt's car. Don't see too much there. Yeah, there's a little bit, I think, back there. I heard the contact, but luckily able to keep it going. Don't think there's no need for a pit stop as they almost get the wall coming off the final corner. Luckily able to keep it going. Oh, right there's some interesting moves. There's contact. Around goes, I believe that was the 36 car. Cannot tell who that was back there that went around. And once again, it's so hard to find our replays because, you know, we don't have our normal overlays on. So you see some cars passing right here. As you see Joe Burchett in that number 83 black Corvette running right now in the 13th position. He's one of the heavy hitters coming in here this season. You see right up in front of him, that is another position battle between the 47 and 53. That is Aaron Law and Terry Dahl. Terry Dahl right there in that 50 or in the 53 car. You can see him right here on your screen. Terry always rocks the good paints. I love his paints. He's always got like a comic book type theme to him. That Hamburg Brewing Company last season. Oh, he goes off the track. Going to have to give up a couple spots here. It may even be a slowdown penalty as he is going to lose at least, I'm going to say 4 spots. He is showing now, I believe it's going to be 15th place, I believe. Wow. Back up front. Ross Booth still putting the pressure on right now. Last time by, it was David Shutt with a 134.261. Here they come once again to the start-finish line. See if he can get a little bit better time as they work off turn the final corner here at Montreal. Coming to the start-finish line. We'll see what the lap times look like as they cross the stripe. A 133.770 for our race leader. Ross Booth looked to be a little bit faster last time by. Once again. Everybody else right now from seeing, at least in the top 10, all put down 134s. Some 136s. You see that we're trying to get a little bit of a toe here going through some of these corners. Once again, I apologize for not having my overlay on or the screen on. Dave Shutt still leading the way. Top 4 is kind of broken out. 5th place right now. Mark Wilson is still rolling around in 5th. He was one of the favorites here as well this season. Good battle right now inside the top 4. Even a battle starting to get put on for 5th as Cameron Bidwell in that 56 looks to try to put some pressure on Mark Wilson here for the 5th spot as they work down the long straightaway. Cameron in that Chevrolet. As they work off the final corner, you see our leaders getting so close to that wall. Such a dangerous exit. That wall kind of sticks out. You see it right there. So easy to make a mistake getting into that corner. Up front, closest battle right now would be with Ross Booth and our race leader, David Shutt. Once again, these guys do have to hit pit road here at some point during this race. That is one thing these guys need to keep in mind, that pit stops will have to happen here at some point in this race. Let me know in the chat who you guys are pulling for this season and what you think of the racing so far. I think the racing right now is fantastic. I don't think you're going to find too much better racing than what we're seeing right now as far as road stuff goes. If so, good luck. Pit stops will have to happen here at some point. I decided to let me know bring myself up and to overlay myself. Oh, thanks, Robbie. I'm having trouble, man. This whole overlay thing, not going to lie, it's I don't like it. We're having some trouble with the whole overlay, and I don't know what is going on with it, but we'll figure it out. You know how it goes. Good battle right now for the lead, though. Love watching these cars. I'll be honest, I was a little bit curious on what these cars would do around here at a place like this. I wasn't very sure. when it came to Montreal and GT. I didn't think we would have this close of racing this late already in the race. We're already 10 minutes in, and we're actually still, I mean, we're pretty close right now. I'm not going to lie. The racing has been fantastic right now as we watch our top four go at it here back and forth. David Shutt, Ross Booth, Dave Hill, Ryan Robertson. Not sure where Ryan came from this season, to be honest. Not saying he's ever bad by any means, but, you know. Good to see him having a good night here. We'll jump back here in just a moment, guys. I'm just looking around the racetrack right now. As we jump back here just a little bit, this is James Prostel Jr. He is rocking a new paint scheme this season. Out there in that Corvette. He always brings awesome paint schemes to the track. See James's car, that is the walk-in all-timers. And I'm sure he did not have a lot of time to paint that car, but trust me, that man can put out some paints. I don't know if he's the one that does them. I think he does. But he always does a good job. Jumping up a little bit further, you see that black Corvette working out of the final corner. Joe Burchett scrapes the wall coming off the corner, but trust me, he's going to be okay. One thing about Joe, these guys do get one fast repairs. We'll see if he gets inside the top 10. Do not count this man out. When it comes to racing, he knows how to get it done, especially on the road. He wasn't very happy with this track, so these guys do get one drop week, so I'm wondering if it's a possibility. If Joe does not finish well, will this be that drop week? Battle right now also for second. You know what? No, they're still about the same. Thought Dave Hill had a small run. Ross Booth wasn't able to get it right away, so. Oh, and we cannot forget about this guy. I got to hop over and talk about him because he's one of the fastest guys and not having a great race right now as well for him anyway. It's kind of a weird thing to see. You see that yellow Corvette down there on the bottom. That is Tommy Ryan. He is a previous champion in this series. And when I say previous, I literally mean like he's won multiple championships because he's that good when it comes to racing. Like I said, this series is stacked with great drivers. I don't care if you're a new driver or not. You're going to learn some things. As we get a look back at one of my friends back here, Patrick, running in my paint scheme that I made him. That Infinite Hero number 93. He's just out here learning how to road race here tonight and wanting to get some time in that, what I like to call very beautiful because I painted it. But you see Patrick out here. He is going to be a guy that will learn as the season goes on. I'm anxious to see him running at tracks that he knows more about, like Daytona and some other tracks I think he'll be pretty good at. Spa, very familiar racetrack, Watkins Glen, for example. Here's John Koshilniak, currently running back in 18th place. Currently trying to run down Colin Weatherholt. Well, I do not know a whole lot about Weatherholt, but I do know I've heard a little bit about his name coming into the night. So we'll see how Colin does, as well as Koshilniak here as well. Oh, we had to get on the brakes a little bit there. Thought I heard I think the 01 might have hit pit lane. Les Turner. Yeah, he is in pit lane. Les Turner and Tim McLeish both must have had an issue. That might have been who we seen go around a little while ago. Once again, guys, sorry for the overlay. I know it's not the best overlay. There's just bugs going on with the normal one we use, and I've been trying to figure it out myself. So I want to apologize. Everybody was having trouble with it, or a lot of broadcasters are having trouble with it. So once again, we apologize for that. We will be back to normal tomorrow night. We will have it fixed, I promise. Still watching our great battle here for the lead, but let's jump back a little bit in this. Jump back to this 3-2-3 of Mark Wilson. He is currently running right in front of Cameron Bidwell. Tommy Ryan right behind him. Another car we haven't talked about is right here. Robert in at 199. He has red down this yellow Corvette. Raleigh Wins, I believe is how you say his name, right behind him in 9th. Ryan Hunter, Joe Burchett in 11. Right now we're still going to watch this Robert in the 199. He was pretty fast in practice. He's a guy I think is going to be a much improved driver as well as this season goes on. I look to see how he continues. We always watch Robert. He's done really good in a lot of races. But I think this season where he takes that next step and has consistent top 10 finishes, which would be great for him. We already passed the halfway point in this race. 14 minutes and 30 seconds left. As you will start to see some pit stops start to take place. But our top 4, you see, have not left. Nose to tail. Here comes Ross Booth taking a peek to the outside. Not going to be able to get there. It's going to send it into corner. Very close. May have made a little bit of contact with that tire barrier. I think we just had an accident. Yes, what happened here? Did we have cars come down pit road? Did 13 of Dave Hill come down pit lane? No, Dave Hill's around. Oh, no. Right in front of Joe Burchett. He's going to back it up. Not sure what happened. If we could back this up. And, whoa, we do got a replay system. Did he send it in too deep? Right in front of Ryan Robertson. Ryan even got some damage on that, and around went Dave Hill. That is not what he wanted. Tough break there. See if we can catch back up now. There we go. We are back live. So I'm not sure how to click it just to make sure it goes back. But we will, unfortunate circumstances there for Dave Hill. But Ross Booth, big run through the S's. Will he have enough to get through the S's better than David Shutt? There they go. Not quite. Dave Shutt takes that exit a little bit better that time. Dave Shutt still running P1. Ross Booth. Mark Wilson now, I believe. No, I thought Mark Wilson was going to be P3. Oh, a little bit of a mistake there from... Well, let's check on Mark Wilson, actually. Don't think he's in front of Ryan Robinson. Actually, I think he might be. Yes, he is. So we do have a change for third. As Mark Wilson goes to third, Ryan Robertson follows, well, stays in fourth. I don't want to say he's been there the whole time, but even after that incident, remember he got into the contact when Dave Hill went around. I think we got pit stops. The 83 on pit road. This is Joe Burchett. And you hear that beeping. That is pit lane being open for him and a couple other cars as well. You see this beautiful Corvette, by the way. I absolutely love this car. iRacing did a fantastic job. Joe Burchett doing the smart thing. You're not going to see tires taken in this series because that is too much time lost, and you do not want to pick tires. Gas only for the driver of the 83. Ross Booth still putting a lot of pressure here on David Shutt. David Shutt still doing a good job. Able to hold out front right now. Last time out, Ross Booth had a lap of a 134.027. And our race leader, David Shutt, a 134.146. And you see the two battling it out. Nobody else around them. I'm going to tell you where this is going to come down to. I don't think this is going to be a battle on the racetrack, personally. I think they would rather see it. You see the flashing of the lights right there for Ross Booth, letting him know he's going to take a chance. Look to his outside. Not going to have... Oh, both on pit lane. Well, there you go. And you hear the beeping. Now, here's where this race is going to be won and lost, I think. As long as David Shutt has a good pit stop. And you hear that beeping once again. More cars entering pit lane behind them. Cameron Bidwell has entered pit lane. Tommy Ryan has entered pit lane. Raleigh Wins has entered pit lane. Ryan Hunt, I believe is his name. Christopher Jimenez has entered pit lane. But you see right here the 10 car up front on the pit stop. And there you go. Ross Booth down and away. He wins the race on pit road over David Hill. So we'll see if he does it. I'm sorry. I said David Hill. I meant David Shutt. And you see David Shutt right there. Coming out right behind Ross Booth. Now he has to try to run down Ross Booth here. And he does not have a lot of time. 10 minutes to go. A little bit further back. Joe Burchett trying to take a position away. Side by side with another Corvette. And he's just going to let Joe have it. That is the 4 car of John Kashilniak. Who I think... Yeah, he has been on and off pit road as well, I believe. I think he just exited pit road, maybe. We'll find out for sure to let you guys know, just in case. Yes, he has. He actually pitted 3 laps ago, so there you go. He had a 9.1 second pit stop. And for people that want to know Ross Booth's pit stop, 8.4 second for Ross Booth. And when it comes to David Shutt, he had a 10.3. So you guys see the race off pit road. I think this be enough. Can Ross Booth hold on to win? He does got some cars going into the pits in front of him. Not going to be an issue. As you look down above onto the racetrack here at Montreal. Going into turn number 1 and 2. As the trees decide to get in our way. Still a great view though. And I had no idea that Ross Booth actually has Red Sox on top of that car. Good to see him in a different car this afternoon. These cars, by the way, you can actually update your driver now. And I don't know if we're going to be able to see it or not. Yeah, you're not going to be able to see it too much in these guys' cars, I don't think. I love that helmet, though. That's Ryan Hunt. But pretty cool. iRacing allows you to update your drivers. You're really going to be able to tell like on Saturday and Thursday nights in the 87 Cup cars, which is pretty cool. Looks like most of these guys have been on and off pit road from what I'm seeing. This is a good strength of field race. I'm not going to lie. I'm actually surprised on how big this strength of field actually is. Strength of field for this race is almost at 1,900. So that's a great strength of field races. We might have a battle for third with Mark Wilson. Well, I'm sorry, that's actually not Mark. That is Robert back there in third. No, he just gave that up. That is Mark Wilson. I think. I don't think my overlay's working right now. Just a second, guys. Oh, Tommy Ryan trying to run down a couple of these guys, though. And that is Mark Wilson in a 3-2-3. He is currently third. Ryan Robertson fourth. Robert has dropped back to sixth. Tommy Ryan just took fifth away from him a few moments ago. And now we're starting to get the shakeouts here of where guys are on track. Tear it all back here once again. See if we can find him in that 53 car. Not the greatest night right now for Terry. He's another car that usually runs well inside the top 10. Most of the time top 5. So this is probably going to be one of them weeks where you do not want to look back on it and hope that this was not the race that cost you the championship. We've seen that done a few times. As Ross Booth gets off that corner really good. David Shutt struggled out of that corner. As we are coming to 6 minutes to go in this race session. Not a lot of time left. Mark Wilson back in third, trying to hold on to that. Here comes Ryan Robertson with a little bit of a toe down the straightaway. And you start to see that yellow Corvette creeping up in the background. Right there he is. Oh, way over the humps. And Mark Wilson almost had an issue. I don't know if that was on purpose or whatever, but he got through that corner really nice. That could have been really bad. Actually extended that lead, or that gap right there, almost to a second over Ryan Robertson once that happened. So good job for him, and actually did not get a slowdown or anything like that. Actually driving a new paint this season, I believe. Check that out. Pretty cool. So Mark Wilson right now, top 3. Still impressed with Ryan Robertson, who's done a heck of a job in that 210 car. And then Tommy Ryan right behind him. That is our first Corvette. Currently back in 5th. We got a Porsche, 2 BMWs, Ferrari, and then a ton of Corvettes. Actually 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. 11th, I think, also a Corvette. 12th might be a Corvette. A lot of Corvettes, though. Here comes Tommy Ryan. Look to the outside. Going to be a tough pass here on the outside. Yeah, you can see how tough it actually is. Able to get a good run. Oh, he turned him! Tommy Ryan also having trouble into the wall. Trouble on the long straightaway here. That was Ryan Robertson. He's probably not going to be too happy with this. We're going to try to go above and look down on this. Did he turn him or did he clear himself? Oh, no, Tommy got into him, I believe. I don't know if there was a lot of room given. Man. Well, that's interesting. And he is back going, but dang. That is something out of the ordinary we've seen. You see Tommy able to still go here. Able to hold on to 5th. Ryan Robertson's going to continue to drop right now. All the way back. Looks like P11. Wow. Like I said, there's a lot of respect usually given in this league, but just saying, there might be some bad people after that one. Who don't like drama in road racing? It's John Kishilniak right now. Working on Terry Dahl. Terry Dahl working on Bill Palucki. Christopher Jimenez, by the way, has worked his way into 10th place. He qualified in 13th. He is the winner of the Not Your Average Green Tumbler here tonight. Congratulations to him for winning that. Very happy to have Not Your Average Green once again, guys. Sorry about the overlay. It's just one of those things that our ATVO program is having trouble, so do apologize for that. As Ross Booth still leading the way right here, we're just continuing to watch this good battle right here for the 17th, 16th, 15th, 14th position. With Colin Weatherby leading that one. Joe Burchett, I believe, just made up a spot. Trying to find out if that's him right there. I think he did. No, he has got pressure on him from Ryan Hunt in that 4 car. Joe has worked his way into the top 10 after qualifying back in 23rd position. Like I said, I don't know if Joe's going to be able to get a top 10, but if somehow he even manages the 8th spot, I think he'd be okay with that. That would probably most likely go down as his drop week, I would guess. But we do see something starting to heat up here for our race lead. And you talk about going to be good. If this is our battle for the race lead, if it gets any closer, you talk about a heck of a race. This has been a great race. Just saying, this did not disappoint. One of the best races, maybe not, but a very good race nonetheless. We've seen some really good racing with these guys in the 30 minutes that we always spend here on Thursday nights. Once again, this will be part of our Thursday night doubleheader starting next week. The Strictly Street Stock Series has tonight off. They will return next week, and we'll be back there with them. And looking forward to a Tuesday night doubleheader starting next week. Tomorrow night, we'll be back again with the North American iRacing League. Make sure you guys tune in for that. Do not want to miss some short track racing action. Only 2 more races left with them guys, and you do not want to miss out. And then on Saturday night, the WOS CRL Series. We'll be back at it again. And I've heard a lot about them 87 cars. I heard they got updated and they're a lot easier to drive. So that's going to be interesting to see if they are or not. What a race. We're going to be coming to the white flag next time by, I do believe. for these guys. I don't think it'll be the checkered. No, it won't be the checkered, I don't think. Right now, our biggest mover would be Joe Burchett, 23 spots where he started back in 23rd. So he is up quite a bit of spots from where he started. Good for him. Ryan Wands also had a great start. He started in 10th. He's currently 7th. He's moved up a lot. Christopher Jimenez, 2 to go, by the way, from what I'm seeing. Is that correct? No, we are coming to the white flag this time. I apologize. So here we go. Off the final corner. The white flag going to be out. The race for the lead is on. David Shutt has a couple more corners to get to Ross Booth. As white flag, he takes a pick to the inside. Tried to basically scare him here. I believe in making a mistake. I don't know why I'm still saying 2 to go, by the way, but it is the white flag lap. I just want to point that out. If I'm not mistaken, it is. Actually, I think the race might be over. Now that I'm sitting here looking at it, I think we're actually over. I think that's just the time to tick down. We're going to make sure before we do anything. By the way, after the race is concluded, you have to drive back around the racetrack. So that is one reason why. Oh, there you go. So yeah, the race is concluded. I don't know why I thought it wasn't. It popped up. It's overlay, man. I'm telling you. So your race winner will be Ross Booth, putting it in P1 here tonight. I don't think anybody can be surprised by that by any means. We're going to hop over there and talk to them guys. Been a while since we talked to the great Ross Booth. David Shutt finishes in P2. Mark Wilson will finish in P3. Robert going to have a great night. Finishing in P4. Tommy Ryan finishes P5. Cameron Bidwell. Riley Wines. Ryan Hertz. Joe Burchett finishes in 9th. And Ryan Robertson will finish P10. You see Ross trying to do a burnout in a new car, by the way. Driving that Porsche. Something we're not really familiar with seeing him driving, I don't think. I don't think none of us really expected him to come in here and drive a Porsche. And, well, here he is out there driving it. So good for him. Ross Booth puts it in victory lane. We're going to wait to talk to him here just a moment with David Shutt. You see some other cars working around. You see Bidwell right there as well working around. And now it is time to interview our race winner. Ross Booth puts it in victory lane for the first night of the fall series. Ross, you got a copy.
Copy.
P1 tonight, man. And first off, congratulations. Good to see you again. P1 tonight, driving a different car. Talk about the decision to drive the Porsche. It's good to see you make a switch.
Well, to be honest with you, nobody's driving the Porsche here, so I thought I'd represent the Porsche. It isn't very fun at this track, but you can't hit the curbs in this car, or just you go into the wall, so you got to be really technical, but it was a lot of fun. I had a heck of a race following David there. I was just waiting for a mistake. He'd make a little one, but I wasn't close enough, but got him in the pits and drove away.
Yeah, and that's what these races really seem like, especially with so many guys so close on times. Pit stops always a big thing. Tell us a little bit about battling David, man. You guys went at it for a long time. I mean, pretty much the whole race, and really there's 4 of you guys that went at it for a while. Very fun to watch.
Yeah, David's really tough to get around. He knows where to put his car in the right spot in certain corners, and if he does make a mistake, he has the smarts to, again, put his car in the right spot, so I just couldn't get a run on him anywhere, and if I did, he'd, again, put his car in the right spot, but oh man, I wonder if he was thinking it. I was thinking we're both gonna wreck, and the 2 behind us are gonna just sail off here. I was sending it for everything that I could behind him there, and that was a ton of fun.
Well, man, it was good to see you again. Good to see you back in victory lane as well. There's a reason why you've been a champion here plenty of times. Shout outs and all that you want to give out before we get out of here and go to next week.
Just shout out to my team, TMC Racing and Agi. Shout out to you and Les and to Terry for always hosting this. I'm so thankful that it's back here on Thursdays. I was getting really bored, to be honest, to do. But yeah, that's awesome. Thanks to my girlfriend for paying me up this cool car, and we'll see everybody next week.
Good job, buddy.
Thanks.
Thanks very much. Next up, David Shutt. Started P1, finished in P2. Probably don't like hearing that too much, but either way, finishing second here tonight. David, you got to be pretty happy with that, I think.
Yeah, it was a pretty good race. A little disappointed there. I just honestly wasn't prepared to calculate the fuel, so I just winged it. Took too much, but those last 2 laps there, I thought I had something. I just didn't really have the faith in the brakes, so I just sent it the last couple laps and almost had him, but it was a great race by him. Lots of close racing, and he just outsmarted us today.
Talk about driving this track, man. It seemed like the tow down these long straightaways was a big key factor in getting around this place. Was it that, or was it the exits at the corners? What was the most important part?
For the BMW, it felt like on exits, you could get a pretty decent exit, and it's fast in straight lines, so as long as you had a decent gap there, you didn't have to worry about it. Ross was really, really killing me in the entry to the turn and some of the slower corners that I just couldn't slow the car down comfortably enough to get any edge on him there. And, yeah, it was a decent race.
Well, we know that you're always fast every time we see you. I mean, that's, there's nothing we can say that everybody don't already know. So, second place tonight, man. You know how to do it. Shout-outs and all that.
Yeah, just want to thank everybody at Red Sox Racing, all the drivers that showed up. Nice to see a nice big field here, and we'll see them next week.
Hey, good job tonight, Ben.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, buddy. Next up, we got Mark Wilson. Good to see Mark back inside the top 3. Mark, you got a copy?
Yeah, can you hear me, Adam?
Got you loud and clear, man. Well, you was back in 5th at one point. Some guys had trouble. You took advantage, finishing P3. I mean, honestly, great great way to start the season.
Yeah, actually it was. I actually qualified 4th, and I was just sitting behind Ross. I knew he had more pace, and actually all 3 guys up ahead, I knew he had more pace. I got kind of bushwhacked early on, good move, and I had to get myself together and drop back a little bit. But I said, you know what, stay the course. This big BMW, it's tried and true, and I just rode it out and got lucky.
Yeah, I'm actually, with so many Chevys, really every other car outperformed a Chevy tonight, which was pretty amazing, to be honest. But either way, it worked out good for you. So I got to ask you about next week. How do you feel about going to Road America? I feel like that's a place where a lot of people have had experience before. Of course, we've been there as well. How do you feel about it?
I like Road America, and I like this car, so I like my chances. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I agree. I think the BMW, to me, like I said, the BMW may be the way to go this season, but we'll see. Either way, man, 3rd place, not a bad night. Great way to start the season. Shout-outs and all that.
Shout out to AG. Shout out to TMZ. Both I'm on both teams. Actually, they have me, and I appreciate it. And and to you guys, Red Sox, Les and Terry, and you, Adam, again, I'm back, and I'm ready to roll.
Hey, go win a championship this year, man. You deserve one.
I don't know about that, but you know what? I'm going to do my best.
Do your best, buddy. Good job tonight. Honestly, great finish.
All right, thanks. Talk to you later.
You too, buddy.
Okay, buddy.
There you go, guys. Ross Booth finishing in P3. Shout out to him. How about that race, though? Pretty solid, all in all. Cannot deny that. I hope everybody enjoyed the race. I mean, that's fantastic. For our first night back here in the Red Sox Racing Series with the Not Your Average Green, you guys see that. Fantastic racing all around tonight by all these guys. That'll do it, though. We'll be back tomorrow night for North American iRacing League. I hope everybody enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Y'all have a great night. Take care as always. I'm Adam Chapman. We'll have our overlay fixed tomorrow. God bless.